Honestly, how are we still here? How are people still calling up this show for advice? This is Ask Nick, and in this episode, the phrase "you know" was uttered 121 times. The first caller has had an emotional affair. She's cheated on her husband, which allegedly might be something that hits close to the bone for Nick. He says for men, emotional cheating is worse than physical. Like they can move past physical cheating because there's no emotions for men when it comes to sex. So maybe that's what happened in Paris, allegedly. But he says people recover from this type of stuff. You can go on to have a second phase of your relationship. Remember, he told Dr. Orner that people who have worked through adultery, his theory is that they start fresh and move into a second phase of the relationship. She said that's not how it works, but that might be how it works for them, allegedly. He says couples therapy, and I think Nick and Natalie are in couples therapy. He says couples therapy is certainly a way for you guys to explore how you lost that connection. He says every couple experiences a disconnect. Every single couple experiences disconnect, and the difference is some couples work through it, stick together, acknowledge it, and put the work in. He suggests that maybe a factor in them losing their connection was if her husband's an acts of service guy, that can go from feeling really pleasurable to feeling like a job at some point if you're performing these acts of service, and then they just come to expect it. And the example that's always front of mind for him lately, a big acts of service guy allegedly, is fetching glasses of water for your wife. He speaks of fetching glasses of water for Natalie as part of his manifestation of acts of service, and gives that as the example to this woman. What if he used to love getting you glasses of water and now you're like, I'm thirsty? Glasses of water. Acts of service or acts of bare fucking minimum? The second caller broke up with her boyfriend over a year ago. Now that he has a new girlfriend, she's wondering if she should reach out to him, write him a letter, rekindle, which for whatever reason Nick thinks is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. She speaks of one of the reasons that they had trouble in their relationship was having very different political views. Of course, this dummy is like, well, how much can that actually impact things? She says when she was thinking about raising kids, gender politics, household labor. He just moves on. Not going to stick around and talk about that. And then honestly, what on God's green earth? A woman calls up. She is a Christian and she really wants to convert to Catholicism, but her mum won't approve. How does she tell her mum? Does she do it? Nick Viall. You've called Nick Viall with this problem. She says she feels called to receive the Eucharist. Nick says him and Natalie are thinking about going back to church, and that he doesn't know how many of his siblings still go to church. There's that family man.